Hi everybody and welcome to this course. First, let me thank you for purchasing this course and showing an interest in learning the Python 3 programming language. In this brief lecture, we're just going to outline what you're going to learn throughout the course. So we kick off the course with variables. And in this lecture, you'll learn to store information in variables and work with text and numerical values. Next, we're going to look at strings. And what are strings but a sequence of characters, and we're going to look at how to use and manipulate them. Following that section, we look at numbers. So how to compare numbers to see if they're equal or not equal to one another, and how to create lists of numbers. Following that, we look at lists, which are the workhorse of Python and form many of the fundamental parts of your programming. Lists store as much information as you want in one variable, allowing you to work with that data efficiently. You'll be able to work with hundreds, thousands and millions of values in just a few lines of code. We then move on to conditions, which help you to control the flow of your programs. So what happens if a user goes one way or another way with your programs? What do your programs do? Next, we'll look at dictionaries. And dictionaries allow you to connect different pieces of information together. Like lists, dictionaries can contain as much information as you need to store. Then we'll look at the user input, gathering input from your users to make your programs more interactive and fun. Next, we'll look at loops, which allow your programs to repeat certain blocks of code. Following that, you'll write functions, which are named blocks of code that perform a specific task and can be run whenever you need them and shared with other programmers. In classes, we move into object-oriented program. Classes allow you to model real-world objects such as dogs, cats, peoples, cars, spaceships, whatever you want, so that your code can represent anything real or abstract. Then we move into working with files. You'll be able to store data so that when your program closes, you'll be able to read it back into your programs again. Next, we look at how to handle errors and what happens if your programs crash unexpectedly and how to avoid that. Then we look at tests. Writing tests for your code to help check your programs work the way you intended them to. As a result of this, you'll be able to expand your programs without worrying about introducing new errors or bugs. Testing your code is one of the first skills that will help you transition from beginner to intermediate programmer. And they are the main topics covered in this course. Thanks for listening, and let's get started with setting you up with Python. I'll see you in the next lecture.